Welcome back. This is the Whiskey Couch in Pretoria, South Africa. My name is GUSTAV MULLER and this is Whiskey Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 150. It is also the fourth and the last review in this mini-series that I'm doing on Kentucky bourbons. I've already covered the Eagle Rare, the Woodford Reserve, Double Oak, as well as the Buffalo Trace. Today it is the Evan Williams. The Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage 2006. It is a distillery, a bourbon whiskey that is produced at the Heaven Hill Distillery. Founded in 1935, even though the history of the Evan Williams bourbon dates back to 1935. This is the Heaven Hill Distillery, not like I typed there the Evan Williams, but the Heaven Hill Distillery, and this is some of the brands that's produced at the Heaven Hill, and right there is the Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage. It is the only bourbon, as far as I know, that is bottled in a vintage number. So this particular one was casked in 2006. Evan Williams, it says here, put in oak 2006. This is a nice little booklet with a whole lot of goodies inside. Single barrel vintage Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And this one is bottled at 43.3% alcohol by volume. And there you can see barrel number and bottled, which gives you a 9-year-old, because it was barreled in 06 and bottled in 2015. 9-year-old Kentucky bourbon whiskey, mature of course in new charred American oak barrels. Something interesting about Evan Williams, apart from, I wonder if my facts are correct here now, apart from Jim Beam, it is the biggest selling bourbon whiskey. Second biggest selling bourbon after Jim Beam. Maybe someone else knows that, and then you can just confirm in the comments if I've got my facts correct. There we go, Kentucky bourbon whiskey, Evan Williams, 9-year-old. You can see the dark amber golden color and some of the legs forming. On the nose of this 9-year-old bourbon, slight bit of a solvent aroma, and then licorice and vanilla, but it's like licorice all sorts with vanilla, brown sugar, and a bit of dark caramel. Cereal, some dried fruits, raisins, and then of course the charred wood, sweet oak. The nose is getting better and better. Single barrel vintage. On the palate. Definitely corn sweet flavors, sweetness, corn sweetness, a lot of honeyed hot cross buns, because there's a bit of oak spiciness, some winter spices with honey, so it reminds me of honeyed hot cross buns. I'm not getting the licorice all sorts that I got on the nose. I'm not getting that on the palate. There's also a bit of salted caramel, and then citrus marmalade, green apples, berries. It's got a nutty chocolate finish with a bit of dark honey in the finish, warm winter dry spices in the finish. Quite a bit of a spicy one compared to the other three that I've done so far. Let's see what a few drops of water will do. Evan Williams. A few drops of water in this 43.3%, which is quite a strange number, 43.3%. So there's a bit of water added to the Evan Williams. Caramelized apple with cinnamon. So the hot cross bun is now changing over to almost like an apple pie. A few drops of water and it is smooth. Caramel and oak spices. So this one definitely needs a few drops of water. So my summary will be, what will my summary be for this bourbon whiskey? I think caramelized apple pie with raisin and winter spices. That'll be my summary. In other words, a lot of spicy caramel, apple, cinnamon. The price for this is around 500 Rand here in South Africa. From what I could find out, £40 in the UK and around $30 in the US. If you want to pair this with a food snack, then I'd recommend that you connect with the flavors in the flavor profile, such as the salted caramel flavors, the spicy cinnamon winter spices flavors, the honey flavors, the citrus marmalade that I picked up there. Those are the kind of things that you can connect with your food snack. So apple pie with whipped cream and a bit of cinnamon dusting over, that could work well. But for today, I have chosen something very adventurous. And on my Instagram profile, the Whiskey Couch Instagram profile, you can see a picture, a photograph with the whole thing. But it is a mini, slightly honeyed waffle. And I have got on this waffle some spare rib meat. It is a delicious snack. And I'm pairing this with the Evan Williams single barrel. Here we go. The aroma of the whiskey and the flavors of this food snack, it almost reminds me of pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. It's very similar, except it's a waffle with spare rib meat. But let's see what if the whiskey goes with this. Even better than I thought. I must say, the pairings that I did with these 4 bourbons, it was just outstanding. It is almost as if bourbons are versatile when it comes to interesting and creative pairings. So this I enjoyed most in this mini series that I did. How wonderful is this? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking the video if you enjoyed it, and also for recommending this channel to all of your friends. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video when I'm going to do a short summary, and then I'll reveal which one of these 4 is my personal #1 favorite. Until then, cheers.